Allison, I have a question.
Yes.
Is the reason that you've bought 500 Life is Good t-shirts is because you're trying to get us sponsored? Because dang girl,
I'd be
your
honored.
your whole drawer is Life is Good.
Life is so good, man.
Life
Life
has
is
been
good.
really good this summer.
Also, if you found something that works for you and it just speaks to me, and we've been over this, if you make me instantly laugh upon seeing something or like,
Right.
that's me, I'm sorry, but like you get my money. It's just like, congratulations, you bested me.
That's
And
true.
life is good. I don't know what's happening,
They got you hook, line, and sinker,
but
girl.
they got me.
They got you. You are in your pun
I'm in my pun phase. I've always been in a pun phase.
era.
Yeah.
But now all I'm saying is if we don't get a Life is Good sponsorship soon, I'm going to have to cut you off from the credit card.
No. There's one more I have my eye on.
What is it?
And like,
lay it on me.
I know, because it's funnier.
If I don't know you bought it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, since we're on the topic of clothing, I realized
Okay.
I've started this and made a terrible mistake. I'm wearing shorts. Nobody likes my legs. Nobody wants to see my
Your thighs
knees.
out. Skies out,
Yeah,
thighs
skies
out.
out, thighs out. 2, I'm wearing my new t-shirts. I got new t-shirts.
Also, how
And you looked at me and
lame.
said, those are weird.
Oh, that's the weird
Because
shirt.
I got tall shirts. Like I found a company, shout out to LL Bean, who make tall
You
shirts.
made it seem like you discovered some unknown company.
It's not an unknown company,
You're
but
like, I found this company.
I found
LL Bean is like a noticeable company.
Let me rephrase. I found
What
a company.
dummy.
Okay, here's the deal. Not a lot of companies do tall sizes in smaller sizes.
word.
So it's like a tall medium. Normally they're all like tall extra
I'm so
large,
glad you
tall
discovered
double
this
X.
little known company called LL.
I can't with you. But I found it and you're like, it looks weird because all my shirts are always too short. And if I lift my hands up, there's my tummy. Not with these. I can lift my hands all day. It's not tummy time. It's great. I love them.
I'm happy for you.
You should be. I'm not going to be flashing my goods to everybody out while we're out in the boot.
Because people won't be able to resist the love handles.
Can't resist the love handles.
Whatever.
Anyway, this is...
You don't even know.
I'm trying to think of the episode. I got it right last time just on pure guess. All right. This is the No One Asked Us podcast. This is my lovely wife, Allison.
You're not even going to take a guess.
Oh, I am. It comes after I do the introduction.
There's a...
This is my lovely... Oh, wait. No, you're right. I got
Yeah.
All right.
You can't do that. That's cheating. That's cheating.
This is the No One Asked Us podcast, season 2, episode 16.
Oh, my word.
This is my lovely wife, Allison. I am Will. Let's do it.
I have something to say.
Oh, my.
And it's not bad.
How do you have something to say?
I'm
proud of you for coming onto the show with something to say.
I just have something to say. So I was doing the laundry today.
Ooh.
And
do tell.
You know, the never-ending cycle of
tiny children's
clothes. Palmer's in a phase where she wants to change every
That's not a phase.
hour.
That's just her lifestyle.
I'm like, this isn't her life. But it's in the dirty clothes now, and it's been with actual dirty clothes. And now I got to wash it because Will's running clothes were also in there, and yada, yada, yada. So,
which are disgusting, but moving on.
The other day, you said something
What did I say?
about, like, where are the tongs? And I was like, I don't know.
That's true.
And today,
yes,
as I'm doing the laundry,
you're doing the laundry,
I'm sorting the laundry, sorting my colors, my whites, whatever. In the middle of the dirty clothes hamper are the tongs.
The tongs.
And all I could do was just sigh and hang my head and I'm like, one of these days, man.
You know what I'm done with?
our kids just grabbing
I'm
random
done
crap
with our kids thinking just anything in the house
is a
is
toy.
fair game.
I know. Do other people's kids do this? Like, I genuinely
Like
need
Palmer
to
will Palmer
know.
will walk around and be like, "Oh, I like that picture frame. Oh,
Oh, this vase?
this is a neat
I'm
little
gonna
thing.
grab
Let me just
that.
grab
Let me
that."
just
And then you walk into her room and she's just got
stuff. But
everywhere.
I was just like,
And the boys just love kitchen utensils and using them
and
as like weapons. So
yeah, and I just kind of was defeated in that moment of, well, there's my kitchen tongs.
that's true. That's true.
They're in the dirty clothes.
And not
Because
only are
then
they
it
in the
made me
dirty
think
clothes,
about
but
this.
like you were at your mom's house
I was.
today.
And
And like so it's like you found your tongs while you were across town doing
Yeah.
laundry. Like
so then
what?
I came out with the tongs and I was like, which one of you? Which one of you did this? But no, then circling back to the tongs and why it was such a moment was I was in a group chat and something of like trying to figure out if we could make a cricket work.
We know you have friends,
Okay.
Allie.
But somebody was like, it could be a new hobby. And I'm like, I don't get to have hobbies. I have 3 kids. I have to go on secret missions and finding things, random stuff.
I'm too
that just
busy
goes
finding tongs
missing.
and dirty clothes
Because
hampers.
Will either can't find something that's like blatantly right
Why am
there.
I catching strays? Like
Or my kids are hiding my
We were-
kitchen tongs in my dirty clothes
we were
hamper.
mutually roasting our children, and you just had to throw that at me.
I'm
That's
just
just
saying,
rude.
I don't get to have hobbies. My hobbies
You were cross stitching the
are-
other day.
I was needle pointing the other day.
Whatever.
But like,
Same
I don't
thing.
get to have hobbies.
There's
You want to know what my
needle- and
hobbies
it's a thread.
are? Finding all the
Survival.
other junk that people can't find in this house and having to know where it is at all times.
Could it also be that it's your master's currently? Is your It's not a hobby, but it's like
I mean,
that's what
that's-
takes your extra time.
I mean, maybe, but
you-
I wouldn't say that's a hobby.
I'm not saying it's a hobby. I'm saying like that's where all your extra time is. Which
Anywho, one pair of tongs just really got to me.
one pair of tongs really got to you.
It really did.
But just since we brought it up, you're still crushing your masters, by the way, for anyone who's interested. Allie
Stop.
is just straight A's, straight 99 point somethings and 100s. Just
Stop.
undefeated master, which she now has a shirt for it. I cannot wait. We're not going to say what it says, but she got a Life is Good shirt, and we're going to reveal it
I didn't
when
buy
she
it.
when she gets her masters.
Will bought it.
We'll
for
do
me.
an episode with the grand reveal.
Stay tuned till October.
Stay tuned till October. Exciting things ahead.
Yeah. So yeah,
right.
was
That
that was my day. I
That
did
was your-
laundry and I found the tongs.
and found the tongs, which our kids were great. Allie, you did something.
I did.
You know, we've got a phrase, no steak on Monday,
Oh,
which is like don't
it's
do.
our number one rule in the
It's
King
basically
house.
just like don't make the start of your week so good that the rest of the week can only go downhill.
But see, what was unfair about this is it was out of our control.
Okay, correct. I wasn't gonna say this was steak on Monday, but what
It's
happened?
adjacent.
It is.
Steak
It is.
adjacent.
It's steak adjacent. But what happened was on Sunday, our kids decided to be incredible. They
Angels.
were well behaved at church.
I mean-
which the Sunday before they had to, because the Sunday before they were like
Was-
possessed by demons, and we had to take them out of like all 3 of them out of the
The
auditorium
Kings
for
ended
anyone to be able to
in,
hear the
like,
sermon.
A back classroom, just like that's where
like
we were.
the sermon started, and I had to immediately walk out with Davis and
And
then
Wilson.
5 minutes later, Wilson and Palmer.
Like,
and
I bring
Allie
Wilson
show
and
up.
Palmer, I'm like,
It was
we're
bad.
just not-
It was bad. But anyway, this Sunday they made up for it by having a like flawless Sunday.
Fantastic.
Then they were delightful, cordial the entire rest of the day.
I mean, really, like they ate a great lunch, like ate all their food. May I please be excused throwing away their
They
trash?
had their sirs and ma'ams,
They had their P's and their Q's.
and then
They played on a water slide for a little bit.
it's great.
Davis went down for a nap. Palmer and Wilson continued to play on the water slide, like
It was great.
beautifully, no issues,
None.
like
And
pretending.
then right before bed,
And then
Allie looks over at me and says, "Oh man, I hope that because we didn't have such a great day today, it's not a steak on a Monday situation."
and boy,
And they're really bad. And boy, did Allie jinx the crap out of it.
My word, you should have just like given me a swirly for even saying that.
I will next time, now that you've mentioned it. But Monday was,
It
was awful.
It was awful.
It was like they had whatever bad juju they had stored up and hidden on Sunday, they found on Monday. And Monday was awful.
It was terrible. It truly was. Davis got purple paint stick all over the couch cushion covers.
Which paint sticks are now banned from this house. I hate paint sticks. They're so
I actually
fun.
love them.
I love them
The
as
kindergarten
tools.
teacher in me loves
Listen,
them.
I love them as like
I mean, our 2-year-old shouldn't have unlimited access to
correct.
it. I
correct,
agree with that.
correct. And we have the art cart that is just has been great,
It has
but
been.
it's just a little too accessible to
We need to bleep a
Destructo
picture
Davis.
of the kids' art.
We do.
And
We
the
do.
board that I made.
We did. So that was a fun one. That was a fun project. It turned out really
was.
great. You want to tell people about it? Or do you want to move on to the next
I
topic?
mean, we just got a piece of foam board.
It was a piece of like pink insulation hard foam from Home Depot.
And then I bought some fabric at Hobby Lobby and some wood scallop trim and
From Hobby Lobby as
from
well.
Hobby Lobby as well. Painted the trim,
Painted the trim.
covered the foam board in
Did
fabric.
with like a staple gun, like wrapped the fabric, stapled it on the back, and then hot glued the scallop to the
trim,
front.
and we put it in the den. And so when our kids finish a piece of art, we've got these cute little push pins.
It's like a custom. It's like a custom
bulletin board.
cork board kind of situation, but with it's got like fabric and it's not super expensive because the whole board of insulation costs like $8 and everything else was super cheap too.
Super cheap.
It was awesome. It was a really good project. I'll pop a picture up. Bloop. And then yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
All right, I have one topic
Okay.
and we can do this topic and then we can go get some ice cream.
Oh, wow.
Wait, didn't we have No, I mentioned a couple other things. I don't remember what they were, but we'll get to them. But this topic could take a while.
Can I call you out for something, though? Didn't think I had anything, but I'm like on a tear here.
Goodness gracious. All right, what
Okay.
you got, girl?
Will,
Also, LOL, Allie thinking she doesn't have anything.
man, I've already
Always got roasts
like,
on deck.
come on now. No. Will has recently taken up running.
It's not recent. I've been running for like months. Yes.
Anywho,
It's just while y'all were
you
in school,
did
you didn't know I
the
was running.
most bleh thing today. You
Bleh thing.
You were like, I just ran 5 miles. And instead of just sending a humble brag text to whoever, you decide to take to Twitter or X or whatever the people are calling it these days and are like, just ran 5 miles without stopping.
That wasn't the whole tweet.
Couldn't do 1, couldn't do 2.
Let me just read the tweet.
Couldn't do
Let me
3,
read.
couldn't do 4.
No.
I'm like,
you
come
don't-
on now.
No,
We get
you've
it.
you've missed the entire premise of the tweet.
You just wanted to
lady.
brag about yourself running
Okay.
5 miles.
Okay, partly because 5 miles is a lot of miles, Allison. As the fat boy who never won a cross country race.
Okay. Wait. This is the last time we were in Athens and you went for a run. Your mom told me about your
It's very embarrassing.
cross country days and how
Also, cross country days is very generous. I ran 1 year.
One
in
year.
Like 7th grade.
and she was like, well, I'm just so glad he loves it now because when he ran cross country, we were just wondering if he was going to finish.
That's not true. I finished every race. Finished it
Last.
without walking. The very last race of the whole season, I finished. It was a 2-mile race, and I finished the 2-mile race without walking once. But I was last in every single race. Don't get me wrong; it didn't matter.
I love
Even the last one, I was flat. I was
Anywho,
last place.
Will takes to Twitter to just
All right, so
because
let
he
me-
felt the need to brag.
Now that you have my very humble origins as a runner, this was the tweet. Ran 5 miles today, nonstop. It sucked. But 1 mile used to suck until I
No,
did it enough that it
until
didn't.
I did it enough.
So I
and it
did
did. So
2.
you got
So
all
did 2.
preachy.
So did 3. So did 4 miles. So did design and engineering and woodworking and conference talks. Final line, persistence is the undefeated champion. I put it, the last line was the one that mattered, but you got to draw. You can't just say persistence is the undefeated champion because nobody
You
cares.
just wanted to
You got to add
be
a little.
preachy.
I didn't want to preach.
You being
I
preachy.
want to mention something that matters. Put your phone down. Quit texting people.
It was Grace.
I don't
okay?
care. Grace can wait. Grace is always here. Grace is always around. This is you and me time.
Grace is watching us.
She's disrespecting y'all by
I'm
not
not.
focusing on our conversation here.
For you, Grace.
Anyway.
I'm focusing. I heard every word.
No, you didn't. So like I said, persistence matters. It is I think it is one of the most important qualities that you can instill and get for yourself, which leads to the topic that I want to talk about, which I'll give you space to continue roasting me if you so please. But I want to talk to you about it because
You don't think I'm persistent?
incorrect. You are a very persistent
Just
person.
kidding.
I think there's a lot of people who aren't. And I think it is like majority, like I would even say a majority of people who are not very persistent in nature.
Think that, go ahead. You
But-
just finish.
Yeah, let me finish this,
'Kay.
setting the stage, and I'll let you run with it.
All right.
I have somehow ended up as I think a pretty persistent person in things. Like I learned about design in school, but I had to teach myself engineering. I've taught myself woodworking and all these other things where it's like if I want to learn something or I want to get better at something, I don't have a problem being persistent in going after something that's difficult. But I wouldn't say that I was trained to do that per se growing up. Now, maybe you could point out some ways in which I was that I don't realize. But why I bring this up is because I want to talk to somebody who is like, you teach kindergarten, you are doing social emotional masters, you understand early childhood development, you understand how kids develop, just generally speaking. And I want to instill in our children this, but I also know that just trying to make your kids persistent is not just like something that you're like, all right, I'm gonna make them persistent. There's got like, how would you approach that in a way that like you would find success
Well,
creating persistent adults?
okay.
You've got two crossed
I
fingers.
do have
like
two crossed
double cross.
fingers, so I'm double
Crisscross.
crossed. My first one is that I would not define it as persistent. I would look at this as grit because ultimately that's what you're wanting to develop.
Okay.
Because you could be persistent in things like that could be an annoyance or, you just don't want to. I think of persistent sometimes as just like a hounding and a hounding and a hounding and over again. What you're really wanting to develop is the dig deep attitude of pushing through a task and let's put in the hard work is what I would think you're trying to describe.
I think persistence could be described that way too.
But
Grit is also a word I've thought about. I think they both mean the same thing. But yes, grit is also a great way of describing it.
So I would talk about instilling grit into kids and what that means. And then the other thing that you were talking about is you had to teach yourself design or whatever. You went to school for it, but you didn't do all that. That ties to motivation, being a self-motivated learner. And unfortunately, not everybody is. You've got to find that for yourself.
Right.
But
can you instill it in people who don't have it naturally?
I think you could. I think it's another tangled web we can get under another day. But when you're talking about instilling grit, which you do a great job of this with the kids, is about modeling it.
Okay.
And not just thinking they'll absorb it. Because you said this today to Palmer about, I ran 5 miles. I used to not be able to do that. Like, I heard you say it. But, like, you do a great job of showing our kids whether you're building something or fixing something up of like, oh, well, this didn't work. We got to try this again. Or, oh, this didn't work. Now we got to try this way. And so it is something that you have to explicitly teach.
Right.
And explicitly name.
Okay.
The act of me pushing through this to solve this problem or to achieve this goal is me having what's called grit and putting a name to it.
Kind of like what you talked about with like emotions. Like
the
more names you can put to things, it helps them understand where it fits in their head.
Absolutely. Because, and seeing how, I can't remember where I read this, Or maybe, Grace, if you're watching this, was it you and I that talked about this? I honestly can't remember at this moment.
She's not watching. She's too busy texting you.
Yeah, I'll just text her right now. She can tell me. About tying praise to that. So let's say you're working on instilling grit or persistence or just like a growth mindset, maybe.
Right.
I can't do this yet, so I'm going to keep trying. Once it's finally there, like they finally get that task, for Palmer, maybe it was shooting a basket or,
Right.
whatever it is, making sure you don't just say, I'm so proud of you.
Like naming, I'm proud
glad,
that you
but
weren't good and you pushed through, like doing it that
but
way.
making sure you should be proud. Like,
instilling like
self appreciation
Gotcha.
because
yeah.
that's how you can then tie in. Well, man, if I kept at it and I felt great after that, that starts that seed of self motivation.
Not only doing stuff if they get external praise, being able to
that's not
praise
to say
yourself.
That's a bad thing.
No,
People are always
absolutely.
externally motivated.
Well, sure.
You were so motivated to talk about persistence, you went to Twitter about your 5 miles today.
Motivated.
But I think it's important that kids especially see grown-ups attempt a task they cannot do
right
first
and watch
way
them fail
and watch them fail or not achieve it and keep on trying, and how you deal with the disappointment of not getting it. Like instead of getting mad and stomping off and storming off that the first time it didn't work, you're like, you pause, you take the deep breath, you do whatever, and you maybe use, I know this sounds so silly, but maybe you do talk out loud and go, man, well, that didn't work the first time, but it's time for me to try again. Like, you have to talk out loud.
If there is something that I have learned being married to you and raising our kids, it's that if you just say everything that you're thinking out loud while you're around your kids, you will help them develop so much faster, because they will learn so much more hearing how a thought process behind how things are done versus just being told or watching how something like watching does a lot.
Oh yeah.
But the more you can add commentary, color commentary to everything that's going on, it'll help them
absolutely, because
develop.
Not only do they see you handle setback or disappointment or frustration, and I know with us, we try as best as we can to handle those things that can get you, triggered or whatever. We try to handle them in the best way that we can.
Right.
But we're not always going to, because it's not a perfect process. You don't ever achieve like, I am totally.
Yeah. One of the things that I like that you do a lot is like when you're starting to feel overstimulated and it's making you feel like frustrated or like short on like your ability
like a
to
short fuse
function. Yeah. You don't snap and wait till the point where it's boiled over. You like start communicating out loud to the kids like, hey, like it's getting really noisy. I'm starting to get really frustrated. It's making me feel like, and you just like talk out loud about how what they're doing is making you feel as it's making you feel that way. And I love that.
And then, but I know that we're kind of like going like this all around. No, but it's truly not what I think and what I feel is. It's never just.
It's not one thing.
It's like you pull the string and it's like all of these things. It starts to unravel this giant web of, well, when you're talking about grit or growth mindset, then you've got to talk about how you handle setbacks. And then you have to talk about regulation. And then you talk about, just.
Yeah. It's like the, what's it called? Bloom's taxonomy.
Oh, yeah.
There are levels to what you got to start. There's a foundation that is all of it, and before you can get to anything specific, you've got to work up the layers, and you'll find that a lot of things share a common denominator.
Absolutely.
In how you start or like lay the foundation in your family. Okay, that was great. So, Thank you. That's why I want.
That's just my thoughts on it.
I just want to bring that up because that's like something I want.
And I think it
because
would
it's
be
made
good
such
to
a
like
difference in my life.
do it together, and like also letting your kids teach you something too, to help with that grit or not being able to do something yet and that push through. I remember Palmer's a good little artist. You know,
So incredible.
I am not gifted in that way. You know, I think she gets
You've
that.
done a pretty good job when you have to.
I mean, when I have to, but I don't. I'm not. I can't draw to save my life. That's definitely Will's domain. But Palmer, I complimented her on a drawing, and I was like, "Wow, I don't know how to do that. Can you teach me?" And I didn't get it right the first time, and
Oh,
she
man,
was like,
yeah.
"That's okay. We'll try it like this." You know, I'm like, "Okay, let's try again."
Let me tell you.
And so, like,
honestly, that might be her
like
learning how
flipping
a
it
kid
back
learns
where it's
better.
their role to be the teacher, like
Yeah.
talking about Bloom's
Especially
taxonomy.
for Palmer. For
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
That's like one of those next little things of like you're taking it beyond where you're using that skill and you're applying it, or you're creating something to teach that or communicate that in another way.
Well, I think that's great. I have 2 topics left. Topic number 1. I'm looking at the screen and I keep seeing my legs, and it keeps making me think of that picture that you took of me. So
Can we put that in here?
we are.
Here it is.
Bloop. Allie took this picture and it is eerie. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes it look like somebody else is in the chair with me. It
It's
looks like they're
so
not my
weird.
legs. I'm like, why are my shins so long?
Well, you're
It's weird.
6'4".
It's
The
also
chair's
like,
smaller.
I already know that people who know how cameras work are going to comment and be like, it's about the focus length and blah, blah. But
Nobody needs those people.
anyway, it just, my shins look ridiculous. And
Well,
I
what
just
was
can't
funny was that I
not
was trying
see
to get a
it.
picture of the kids that were in front of me, but I could see your feet in the bottom of the frame. And so I was like,
LOL.
Will, move your legs. And like, of all the ways,
I chose that way.
you chose that. And,
I did.
Or this. I don't know if it's still there or not.
It's
but,
not at this point.
Okay. But you chose that. And
I chose
that's just really weird to me.
All right. Final topic. Dinner the other night. Allie found this recipe on Reels and she sent it to me.
Yeah.
And
I'll do that
all right,
from time to time.
she will. And we make maybe like 1 out of 20. Just because it's like,
It
what are we
really
going to
has-
do? Try to make
it
a
has
whole
to be
meal
like
just
that
for us?
perfect Venn diagram of the kids will eat a portion of it. It's not too difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good.
Correct.
You know, so it's
There's
like
so many
once
things
it-
that look good, but it's like the kids won't eat any of this.
Yeah.
So it's just like making 2 completely different dinners. Well, this one was perfect. It was grilled chicken.
originally it was supposed to be steak.
It was. We changed it to
but
chicken.
We changed
It
it
was-
to chicken.
So grilled chicken, which our kids like. So we made the grilled chicken, and then I cooked it in the pan,
Mm-hmm.
and then added a little garlic, a little butter, and then pulled the chicken out. Used the leftovers
The
of garlic
drippings.
and butter in there, and poured in some cream. Put in some Parmesan and some lemon juice to make like a sauce,
little cream sauce.
a little Parmesan cream
and then
sauce.
we had it over.
And then we cooked a baked potato and like smashed it, put the chicken on, then
Half the
poured
potato.
the sauce all over it.
Delicious.
Oh my word, it was incredible. It was so good. If it sounds good to you, you can just like message me and I'll like give you the recipe. But it was incredible. Like it was one of those where I had it and I was like, I could eat this again tomorrow night. It was
yeah,
so
it
good.
was really good.
Oh, good find.
Good job.
Oh, I remember the other topic that I wanted
Okay.
to say, which is the company that you found. Like I know I gave you a whole lot of crap about Life is Good at the beginning,
You
but
really did.
you found this other t-shirt company and I love them.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna blank on their name.
I think it was Holy Cow.
Holy pals.
Oh, Pals. I could have sworn when you were talking to Grace today, you were like, it's Holy Cow. I'm like, wow, that's kind of an odd name for...
I'm pretty sure it's pals.
Okay, Holy Pals is the
I
company
need to
name.
make sure that
You're
that's
wearing
correct.
the shirt right now. The one
I
that you
didn't-
found.
This came from a different company.
Oh, never mind.
This came from a company.
Where'd the one where the
okay,
kids
the kids is
ones
called
was Holy Pals?
Holy Pals.
Oh, okay.
And I loved it because it was just like the boys got a shirt and it says, "He gives me strength." And it has Philippians 4:13 down.
And somebody lifting weights.
Weights.
Which they loved.
And they loved it. And Wilson keeps calling it his God shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And then Palmer got a shirt that says, "Let your light shine." And there's like a world and a sunshine. And
Mm-hmm.
she also got a dress that's like, it says, "Rejoice in the Lord always," on like a little
Mm-hmm.
part right here. And then flowers all over it. And it was a good conversation piece with the kids.
It was.
And I loved that.
Because they wanted to know what it said. And then they
then
were going to ask more questions about it.
Yeah. Well, then I got this shirt, which ties to one of my favorite passages in the Bible. It says, "Count it all joy." It's a reference to James 1, verse 2. And Palmer read my shirt today. She's like, "Count it all joy." Hey, like in James? And I was like,
Yes.
yes. And I know I had not talked to her about that she
Right.
had been doing it in
Kids sing.
yeah, at church. And she was like, "Yeah, like when you meet all of these hard times, what should you do?" She said, "Count it all joy." And I was like, absolutely.
Love that.
And
Which,
so-
by the way, you counted it all joy when you saw an opportunity to roast me today on Twitter.
Sure did.
Anyway, moving on.
Joy in all things.
Joy in all things, especially roasting your
Exactly.
husband.
But I don't know. I just have found these things of like,
Oh, like what's the little resource that you got?
oh yeah. I don't know. It's just been cool conversation starters with our
Yeah,
kids.
you got like
about-
these like tracing pages
I did,
with like verses and stuff
I
that you
thought
do
Palmer
with
and
Palmer.
I could do like this little like Bible journaling together, where this is like 22 verses, and we'll do like one a day of God's goodness, and it has like a spot for her to trace the verse and then copy it and do like a little doodle of what does that make her think of, or things like that. And today's was Psalm 34 verse 8, about taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. And she was like, "Well, what should I draw for that?" And I was like, "Well, let's talk about it. Taste and see. What are things that taste good to you? What are things that you see and you think, oh, that's beautiful?" And then we talked about what the word refuge meant. And she was just like, "Oh, kind of how like God protects us." And I'm like, yeah, he provides comfort when you're sad, when you're scared, when you're,
Yeah.
happy. It's just been what I always thought would be so hard
Studying the Bible
with our
small
kids,
children.
with small kids.
You found a really good way of
I'm
doing
trying to find easy ways
yeah, there we go. Sprinkle
to
it
just
in.
sprinkle
Not
it
to be
in.
like, let's sit down and
Just
study the
be-
Bible,
yeah,
but like, how
know,
can you infuse these things into their day?
our day-to-day conversations. And
Right.
I think we both know people who have like drilled things, and
Right.
this is what we're gonna do, and this is which everybody does what works best for them.
Sure.
I think you and I both agree that we want it to feel as
Part of our life, not something that
Not
is
a-
like getting graded or
yes.
like, I don't know.
I
how
just
to
want it
describe
to be
but-
like an intrinsic thing.
Right.
Like,
I don't want it to feel like a set of rules. I want it to feel like a natural, like part of your, like, you don't do this because these are the rules. And if I don't do it, it's bad. Like bad. Like, I want it to be like, oh, I do these because I understand what the Bible says. And the Bible's saying this because like you can see the positives and the reasons why, like, it's easy to have those conversations versus trying to drill.
absolutely.
Like when you're trying to drill thing, it's like, oh, now I need to get this right. But if it's just part of things that they do throughout their day, it feels more like woven in, I guess, is the way I would think about it.
Absolutely.
Like a good metaphor. But it's ice cream time.
You like a good metaphor? Hang on. I
Okay.
like a good petaphor.
Petaphor. Heck yeah. Lakers
And
petaphors. So
I
good.
have got, I don't know if I told you this. So 4th
How
of
dare
July
you not
just
tell me something?
don't even do that. 4th of July just passed. We had some peeps over at our house, and we ordered petaphors from our
3
local
dozen.
bakery here in Montgomery. And I panicked because I was supposed to pick the petaphors up at
Like 3.
at 3, and
And it's
I
like
looked.
4:15.
Are you gonna let me speak?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, I see that. And I like panic, and I'm like, "Well, it's 4 o'clock with the petaphors." And he's like, I'm calling him right now. You just get in the car and go.
I know. It was like immediate, like
And so
DEFCON 6
I,
because it's like pedophores are everything.
grabbed my keys and off I went to the bakery. Well, I get there and I'm like super apologetic. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to be here an hour ago. And he was like, well, I just told your husband on the phone that don't rush, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. You know, I needed to come get him anyways. And
Which he knew exactly who we were, even just on the phone. We go there
Okay,
too
thank
much.
you.
Anyway.
That was where I was going.
Oh, it was? Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
No. Keep going.
good
Keep going.
riddance
No. Land it.
to
Land the
you.
plane on your own. I thought you were going to talk about just how like hot it was and how. Anyway,
No.
moving on. Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Can't stand this.
I didn't mean to thunder steal.
Well, because you cannot control your urge to interrupt. Once again, you cannot control your urge to interrupt. So good night to all. Get out of my sight.
Bye.